kid, I used to watch Ghostbusters a lot. One day I heard the doorbell ring, and when I answered it, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a Ghostbuster. He was wearing a suit, a mask, and he even had a gun. Later, it turned out it wasn't a Ghostbuster. My mother told me he was the pest control guy, and he was here to spray bugs with pesticides. Therefore, we had to leave for a couple hours because it was very harmful to breathe with chemicals. According to the California Department of Pesticide Regulation, in 1996, there had been reported 1,580 cases of pesticide illnesses. That being said, pesticides can be dangerous. Therefore, we'll be talking about what they are, the negative effects on them, and tips on how to stay away from them. I'm going to first off by talking about what are pesticides. According to the Health and Safety Communication, HSE, pesticides is a broad term covering a range of products that are used to control pests. What that means is pesticides are for preventing, repelling, or killing any pest. Some examples are insect repellent, bleach, and rat poison. In addition, according to Dr. Kramer from Health Communications, the active ingredient inside pesticides is sodium fluoride. This chemical is very toxic and can harm us very bad and do lots of damage, like lots of side effects. Also, Kramer says we are now finding it in our water, which is becoming a huge issue. In addition, HSE says farmers use this product so that they can grow crops without having pests damage and destroy them. This helps the farmers make more profit due to more and more crops each year. Word-on-word quote from my old neighbor, Gardner, who was a farmer: pesticides are your friend and aid to success. Now I'm going to talk about how they can affect you. Pesticides are designed to kill pests, yet now they are harming animals and humans. For example, Campbell, a professor at UC Riverside, said that DDT is a type of pesticide still used today in parts of Africa, which has been very effective on agricultural use, is now starting to harm animals in the environment and humans. This shows that even though DDT is killing away the potential diseases in insects, but animals are now starting to have negative side effects, and humans are starting to have side effects. DDT has a tendency to accumulate in the fat of animals, which is how humans are ingesting DDT into their system. Young children are now being born with birth defects because of this, and are becoming very sick due to the DDT being found in the breast milk that they drink. In addition, L. Edwards from Marseille University studies found that Vietnam veterans exposed to Agent Orange have significant levels of chromosomal damage compared to unexposed veterans, which led them to a 46% increase in getting cancer. Agent Orange was a type of pesticide used during the Vietnam War to kill the plants so that the U.S. would be in better fighting grounds. Not only is Agent Orange linked to cancer, but it's also linked to other problems like Parkinson's, enzemic heart disease, and birth defects. Lastly, an article written by Dr. Gopel, farmers that use pesticides are also starting to have negative effects on their health. Gopel said that an estimated 25 million farm workers a year suffered from pesticide poisoning throughout the world. This is open to similar side effects such as birth defects, cancer, and lowering the immune system. So we just went from what pesticides are to how they can affect us. Let's talk about tips on how to stay away from them. The first and easiest way to stay away from it is by buying pesticide-free products. This way you'll be eliminating all the pesticides and chemicals in your food and drinks. They sell pesticide-free products in the majority of the stores you shop at, like Walmart, Albertsons, and even Ralph's. Another way to stay away from pesticides is by eating organic food. According to dictionary.com, the word organic means not using or grown without artificial fertilizer or pesticides. That being said, you're getting rid of the chemicals in the product, and you're most likely getting a much higher nutritional value. In addition, there are many alternatives to killing bugs and insects. For example, N. Thompson, a former chef, says, instead of using some kind of toxic product to kill ants, sprinkle a little bit of red pepper and dried peppermint where the ants are entering, and it'll get rid of them. This way you're getting rid of the problem and you're not creating another problem. As a review of what I have discussed with you, I'm going to summarize the information I have shared. Firstly, pesticides are used to kill pests and are found in many products. Secondly, there are many side effects and high levels of pesticides. Lastly, there are many ways to stay away from these pesticides. Reminiscing back when I was a child and I mistaken the pest control guy for a Ghostbuster, it made me think. Pesticides have been around for a long time, and they're here to stay. Luckily, some of the most potent pesticides are being banned today, like Agent Orange and DDT. So don't let all this information scare you, people. We are all now knowledgeable about pesticides, and we can weigh the risks and advantages of using pesticides. I hope this has given you all a good insight about what pesticides are. Thank you for listening, and good afternoon.